Good day, Clashers. We are talking about the new Queen Walk Quad Quake attack in Clash of Clans at Town Hall 10. You don't see it often. It's rare. It's beautiful, and there's a perfect use for it. Now, after this video, or after this attack, I'm going to show you a Queen Walk with a jump spell. And you're wondering, well, why don't you always use jump spells? Why don't you always Quad Quake? I'm going to break it down for you. So you want to stick around if you want to know how to take down bases much easier. Now, the key here to the Queen Walk Quad Quake, the Quad Quake activities at Town Hall 10 is, where's your entry point? What are you trying to do? So if you are trying to enter into a tough section where the queen has a high likelihood of walking around the base or outside of the base, you're going to want to use this Quad Quake. Now, in this instance, could you wall break? Sure. It's very tough. Quad Quake here opens up everything, and look what's going to happen. Beautiful funnel, but now because there is the quake there, the queen's likelihood of walking around is slim to none. If you do not know, queens walks love to go through broken walls. So either quad quakes or an actual broken wall over jump. Typically with jump spells, she has a higher likelihood of circling the base. She doesn't jump in through the jump spell. That is the power of the Quad Quake. If it's a tough entry like this. Now, you could have done a break with a freeze, but it's a spell space. It's extra wall breakers. That's troop space. And it's very difficult for new attackers. They just don't know what to do. I made a whole video of this on Town Hall 11. You should go watch. No, I mean Town Hall 12. Sorry, you should go watch it. Here comes CC. Damage going to do nothing. Queen's going to just eat right through it all, as long as you get the poison down for the witch. Now, of course, if you miss the witch here on the poison, and it does happen, it can slow down your queen quite a bit. In fact, a lot of times you have to pop ability. But opens up so much for the queen. But the key here is it doesn't really matter how much it opened. It's that the queen went inside the base. As long as the queen went in, golden. Queen circles, it's a fail. And then that's why the Quad Quake. So here we go, coming in hot and dandy with some Lalo action. Minions down right away. Way to go, Broke AF Jethro. Now, one thing I think you could have changed here, he could have changed, put the slammer towards the multi. He would have probably lost a couple less loons. But as you can tell, he's got 20? How many? I don't even know how many loons. I mean, this guy just destroyed this base because he knows how to Quad Quake. And if you don't know how to Quad Quake, we'll give it a go, okay? Now, of course, I know a lot of people are wondering, should you even low? I mean, why not just DragBat everything, or mass hogs, or mass miners, or bowler witch, queen the P.E.K.K.A. bat. Again, you can't always, those attacks don't always work. Not every base can be drag-batted, or the power drag-bat, as I'm going to start calling it, because there's your likelihood of 3-starring with using the power drag-bat, it's the mentality, it's everything, is much higher than just straight drag-bat. I'll be making a lot of videos on it. Made it for Town Hall 11, made it here. Now we're going to get into Felicity Smoke. Arrow fan, of course, here. And we are going to use a queen charge here into the jump. Now, of course, on these attacks, the main difference is that typically jump spells are used when you do not have to worry about queen walking around the base. Now, he's going to do a wall break and a jump, correct? So he's got some skills, right? It's a little bit harder for new players. You got to always have a test wall break. Some people can't do that. He brings in the wall breakers perfectly. Because it is open there, she has a higher likelihood of stepping in. If there was a jump spell just right here, I have seen it, hands down, that sometimes she doesn't take the jump and she'd walk over to this archer tower, right? I've seen it happen, right? I've seen it happen many times. So he broke in, making sure she does go in. You could Quad Quake there, but again, it would kind of defeat the purpose. You would still open up, but again, you're losing the spell space. And he had confidence in his wall breaker abilities to do it. So he did it. And there was no Inferno. The previous attacker, solid attacker, but there was an Inferno tower, wasn't worth it. So it's all base dependent. You know, people ask, well, can I just do one thing? Well, sure, but you might not succeed as much. Anyways, beautiful. Felicity coming in hot. She is hot. Well, I guess. I don't know. She's the nerd, right? I don't even know. There goes the jump spell. Queen on queen action coming up. Gonna have pop ability or a rage. What does he decide to do? Nothing. No, he already had a rage on her. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it, man. So smooth operator. Look at the value here. I mean, you already can tell when you see these attacks live with a plan like this, you already know you're going to 3-star. Unless you miss your ability or miss a rage. Like with a plan like this, when you watch it live, it's like, oh, bruh, it's a 3-star. Unless he botches his loons, like puts them all down on one building and, can't do anything. Sure, things can fail. But with a plan like that, and you get all the components working, you get your cleanup down, you get your loons down, you're going to 3-star with a solid plan. It's inevitable, as Thanos says. Simply inevitable. And you can tell it is, right? Slammer is full health. No, it's now only half health. Half health Slammer, and Queen's still alive. Unfortunately, the queen goes to the king. So queen did not go over here to the air defenses. I mean, that's just, I guess, the way it is. You can't plan all those things all the time. He would have crushed it even more, but queen acted a little dumb. I don't know why she broke down. It seemed like the builder hut was a little bit closer to her, but maybe not. Nice use of a haste. And there you go. That's how you 3-star at Town Hall 10, and that's how you use quakes versus jump spells. Now, what do you think is better? What do you prefer? Or are you just don't even care about any of my thoughts, and you think I'm totally full of BS? I could be. Maybe I've lost the touch. But I don't think I have. I think it's a good analysis of why you use one or the other. I would love to hear your thoughts. Maybe you have even a better idea than me. I bet you do. So please comment and subscribe so we can have this conversation for another time. We'll see you in the next video, which will come out the next day. Adios, my friends. Take care. Halo out.